YouTube. How you doing? First of all, I wanna thanks to everyone who is following the channel. Thanks to everyone who is putting comments, likes, and sharing what is happening on the HVAC Live. Thank you to everyone. And also, I just wanna just to say I'm sorry for the delay on the last video. That one in particular, it took me a way longer time than usual. It's just my life is getting busier and busier. I'm trying to find some time to do videos, but it's really tough. But anyways, I got material, but I don't have the time. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for all your comments and your support. Today I want to share something that happened to me after the call for the last episode, the Too Bad Too Ugly. This is what happened immediately after that service you saw up on the roof when it was raining. The call, it came up as a COD customer for a beer cooler not working. Beer coolers are not something that I like, but it doesn't matter, you know. So after I finish up on a roof, I have to call this customer because it was a COD, and I have to tell them how much it's gonna cost an overtime service for him. So I called them, I told them how much it's gonna be per hour, and also I told them, you know, it's 1 hour driving from where I am right now. It's 1 hour minimum on site, this and that. So he agreed. He was, yeah, no problem, man, whatever time you can be here is gonna be fine with me. So, all right, no problem. So after I finished the service, getting all my tools, start driving, it took me an hour to get there. It was pretty far. So when I get there, the owner of the place, it was a restaurant, he wasn't there. So the manager was there. So he says, oh yeah, I was waiting for you. The owner told me you were coming. So yeah, I think you got a problem with the beer cooler. So yeah, it's 55 degrees. So I asked him for how long. So well, since the morning, you know, the temperature is not dropping. So all right, no problem, let me go. Now this is the critical point when everything happens. The owner of the place, when I talked to him over the phone, he said, give me a call when you get there. So most of the time that is not my routine. I just get there and I start working. So that's what I did. I forgot to call him and let him know that I was there. So immediately after, the manager showed me, this is the walk-in cooler, the condenser is up on the roof, up on the walk-in cooler. Immediately I started working on it, and I saw that the condenser coil was really dirty. So it was, I mean, dirty, greasy, bad. So I start working on it because that's my routine. I don't used to call the customer to let them know, look, this is the problem, I'm gonna start working on it. I just start working. So I cleaned it up and all that. And after cleaning, I have to do a chemical clean because it was really bad, dirty. And I was in a difficult place, you know, to catch all the mic cleaner. So, and I have to rinse it out and try to maintain the place nice and clean. And you know, it takes time. You know, it was a tedious work. But at the end, I got it running, and I got everything cleaned up. Temperature started dropping. It was at the 50, 45, then 40, then it was on 38. So we are in a good range. So until that point, everything was fine. So going up on the the beer cooler was in the basement. So then I go up to the restaurant and I noticed that all the lights were off. Nobody's there except for the manager. And he says, man, I gotta leave. How much more you got? I said, well, actually, I'm finished. So I just need to do some paperwork. When the owner is coming. Oh, he's not coming. So, well, I need to get paid. So, well, you may want to talk to him over the phone and find out. You have to figure it out. So, oh, Jesus. You know, then I started thinking, oh, man, I hope this guy, you know, it's the first time the guy called us, and I was really worried that the guy's not going to pay me, you know. So, all right, no problem. So, I grab my tools, go outside. The guy locks the door, shut the lights off, and all right, man, see you, thank you. You know, I was crossing my fingers that the guy is gonna pay. So I started doing my paperwork, and then I called the guy. He was late, probably like 10:30, something like that. Probably later, I don't remember exactly. So I called the guy, and I can hear that he's driving, and he's talking to someone. Say, I'm finished over here. And the guy is, what are you doing over there? Say, I'm working in the beer cooler. Say, yeah, but I told you to talk to me before you start working on it, to let me know what is happening. Say, yeah, I'm sorry if I didn't call you, but you know, that's not something that I do. Most of the time I just start working on the equipment. And the guy was so pissed because, oh, but I told you to give me a call, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Well, what's the problem? So I explained to him the condenser coil is dirty, and I found this, that. Also, and the capacitor, the connector, it was all burned out. So I replaced the connector, so put new connectors on it, so everything is tight electrically, you know. And he was insisting that I never call him. I never call him. I never call him. And I was thinking at the meantime, you know, why? Even if I talk to the guy, say, look, you got a bad connectors on the contact on the capacitor. The condenser coil is all dirty. Are you gonna pay me to drive for an hour to get there and let you know what the problem is? I'm pretty much sure you're gonna tell me, all right, go ahead and do the job. So, but anyways, he was complaining and arguing, why you didn't call me? Why you didn't call me? So, well, it doesn't matter. Well, okay, what's the problem? And I explained to him, and then, okay, how much is gonna be? And I told him how much it's gonna be, and he was, oh, that's great. I'm not paying you. I'm not paying you. I'm not gonna pay. And at the same time, I can hear his wife asking, how much? How much? And the guy tell the price to her, and she was screaming, don't pay him, don't pay him, don't pay him. So what the heck? How I ending on this? So, long story short, the guy was arguing and arguing and arguing. At the same time, he was, you know, with his wife screaming to don't pay me. So, God damn it, this can be real. The guy hung up on me a couple times. Then I have to call him, and I've been trying to, you know, to stay calm and don't lose the temper. I have to call the guy again. I'm not paying you, so don't call me. And I have to collect, you know, I need to collect some money. Say, you know what, let's do something, because I cannot go back to my office and tell them that you refuse to pay me, you know. Well, I'm gonna take you to the court, you and your company. Say, all this because I didn't call you. Of course, I told you to call me. Say, I'm apologize for not calling you. I got the problem solved efficiently in the quickest time I could, so it doesn't cost you too much. The guy never understand that. So I told him, you know what? Let's do this. I'm not charging you taxes. I'm not charging you for any material that I use. But at least pay me my labor, at least. So I dropped the price, you know, couple bucks, you know, I dropped the price a lot. then the guy was mad anyways, you know, even when I dropped the price for him. You know, let's keep in mind that this is it was a Friday night, I guess, or a Saturday night service. It was a Saturday night service. It was not regular time, it was overtime. So I dropped the price for him. And all that, even then, you know, the guy said, all right, he paid me over the phone with a credit card. And I was tired, completely soaking wet for being working all day long up on a roof. And then my second call, as you saw in the last episode, still soaking wet up on a roof. And then I had to deal with this. Unreal, completely out of nowhere, this call comes up with all this aggravation for no reason, you know. Because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, I would like to hear from you. But I mean, if I'm a customer and I tell you, look, I got this problem, give me a call, I still have to pay for that. For the guy driving to my site, I have to pay for that. Even if the guy figured it out, what the problem is. It can be a dirty coil like this, or probably a burnt capacitor, bad contactor. It can be anything. So by the technician to figure it out, it's gonna take some time, and you're gonna pay anyways. And then you're gonna say, what? All right, thank you for letting me know. See ya. You're gonna pay for that. I'm gonna pay for that if I am a customer. So I don't see the reason to call a technician to figure it out what the problem is. Pay him and don't let him fix it. Probably I'm wrong, but I guess that was this guy's ideas. So I ended getting all aggravated, you know, talking to my boss. And you know, because after I left, I have to talk to my boss and explain to him, you know, look, I couldn't collect the whole money, you know, it's just this guy. You know, my boss is a very understandable person. He said, yeah, man, don't worry about it. It's late today, man. You did the best you could, you know, that guy, you know, he was an asshole, you know. So don't worry about it, man. You did good, you know. You didn't lose your temper, you know. And it was hard because the guy was attacking, you know, ballistic right away. And his wife, you know, she was throwing gasoline into this situation, you know, making him get really bad. Because at the beginning he wasn't so bad, but when she starts, you know, yelling and don't pay him, the guy just boom, you know, right away. So, you know, it was a really bad ending of my day that Saturday night. It was hard to put my mind out of it when I get home. And I was taking a shower that night, I remember, and it was really, really difficult to get unplugged from my day. You know, most of the time it's hard, but that day was really hard. I was trying to put my mind on the side and start thinking something differently, you know, but it was really difficult, but yeah, so I don't know, I would like to know from you guys, what do you think? You know, if you don't call your customers saying, look, I'm here on site and I spending 30 minutes to find out what is happening with your system. I find what the problem is, but I've been here, including the travel and on site, it's probably 2 hours, hour and a half. So I have to charge you for that. And you know, to just find out, probably I'm wrong. You know, like I said, probably I'm wrong. Probably I have to call the guy, and probably he can decide if I stay or not, even if he has to pay me or not. But let him the opportunity to take the call or not. But who knows? Probably I'm wrong, like I said. But I would like to know from you. It was a hard night that night and a long day. So that's what happened after the last episode. I would like to hear from you. What do you think? All right, guys. Thank you.